Sometimes I wonder which of those two things is actually true. As I get older, am I becoming increasingly sensitive, or is the world becoming increasingly overwhelming? I lost myself somewhere along the way. The voice of my soul is soft and quiet. It requires moments of stillness and reflection to be able to hear it, like tuning an old radio to the right frequency so that all the noise disappears and you can finally hear the sweet music. Somewhere along the way, somehow we ended up at a crossroad and we got lost. Somewhere you chose to go left, while I turned the other way, and you got lost. Somewhere along the way, I forgot to tune my radio, and the noise of the world became so loud that I reached a point where I simply don't know what desires, what goals and ambitions are truly mine or laid upon me by all the other people's voices I chose to listen to. But I still have choice within my own hands, the choice to quiet the noise and find my own frequency again. And there is no better place to do so than in the middle of nature. In one of my previous videos, I talked about how grief has this very special power of bringing clarity. When my grandmother died, and also when my dog died last month, I experienced it for the second time. About 2 weeks after he passed away, the grief would suddenly get hold of me again and paralyze me with sadness for a whole day. But it actually had a very positive effect. It made me stop everything else. I could only sit on the couch under a blanket and let the tears roll in silence. And while I was surrendering to that, suddenly I got so many answers to questions I was carrying around for so long. I could suddenly see things so clearly, and everything I had so many doubts about seemed very obvious and certain. At the end of the day, I felt an immense sense of relief and peace. And now I'm thinking, you know what? It's not the grief holding that power of clarity. It is the silence, the stillness, the fact of doing nothing else than just being there in that moment and paying attention to your feelings and thoughts. This sense of peace, the clarity of finding your true voice again, and being able to feel without a doubt what your own personal desires are, and being able to clearly see the path you need to take. It is such a huge gift, and it is a gift that we can give ourselves. But finding that pure silence and a way of not being distracted can be so hard. Our phones are so distracting. Social media is so distracting. And if you have children, work, and a household to run, it truly takes some serious dedication and effort to create that space for yourself to just be. And let's be honest, we often have difficult feelings inside of us. We might not feel good enough or worthy. We might have pushed some anger down, sadness, disappointment. And in that stillness, those feelings can rise to the surface, like the grief I was dealing with. It is so uncomfortable in the moment. I literally had this pain in my chest because I let myself truly feel how sad I am about losing my dog. And I'll admit it, more often I'd rather not feel it. I will grab my phone and I distract myself and numb myself with input from the outside world, so I don't have to deal with those difficult feelings. But you and me, we both know how unhealthy this is. Our bodies get sick and they cry for us to feel and release. Release what we've been trying to push away and what we are holding on to. But the good news is, if we give ourselves the gift of stillness, that beautiful self-care of accepting even those difficult feelings and acknowledging them and feeling them, if we are brave enough to carry ourselves through that difficult moment of discomfort, you make space for so much love, so much light and peace to flow right into your heart. You strengthen the relationship with yourself, and you are rewarded with a deep feeling of gratitude. You will be able to see beauty and opportunity around you again with fresh eyes, and the path that lies before you that seemed so rough and overgrown suddenly becomes clear and easily visible. I I decided to give myself this time of stillness and connection here in nature at this beautiful little bed and breakfast in the Netherlands. Nature is always there for you. It is the home you can always return to. In nature, you are never alone. At the end of the long garden, you could enter directly into a forest. A forest is such a sacred and humbling place to be. It is filled with the soothing sounds of life and full of ancient wisdom. It is always a good idea to visit the forest and just listen. Sometimes it happens right there that I'll find answers to my questions that truly align with my heart. I can't remember the last time that food made me emotional. It is definitely a long time ago. But when I ate here at this bed and breakfast run by Miranda, I actually had tears in my eyes tasting her food. The incredible amount of love and care that Miranda puts into the creation of the dishes. The immense beauty and the fresh, healthy taste that is created by the nature of her own garden. Edible flowers, sweet fruits, self-made jam. It truly makes me speechless and emotional. When food is self-grown and presented with so much love, you get quiet. You truly look at it with attention, and you feel gratitude grow inside of you with every bite. How lucky we are to live in this miraculous world with such beauty around us, and people who are loving and caring towards one another and towards nature. As a highly sensitive person, I long for places like these. Places that naturally carry a sense of peace and calm and infuse you with that wonderful energy. With an interior that feels inviting yet not overwhelming. A place where you can find the quiet and return to yourself. These are so rare here in the Netherlands, so I get very excited when I find such a gem, and I'm so happy that I get to share this one with you now, so you can go and enjoy it as well. If you happen to be in the Netherlands, I highly recommend that you visit Miranda's magical place called Het Heidehuisje, as well as tasting her incredible food creations enjoying the calm interior space, the wonderful long stretched garden with such an abundance of birds, and the peaceful forest. I'll leave the link to Miranda's Het Heidehuisje in the description of the video. Have a wonderful rest of your day.